So the concept of freelancer, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. What are you saying?
I can see what document.
Okay, just open, yeah?
Yeah, open, yeah.
Okay. So the concept of freelancer, what does it represent to you? Or what do you think it's represented to you so far?
Okay, to me, I think freelancer is shipping African talent to the world.
No, that one is, we have a broad idea of what it is, right?
Okay.
But
okay.
To you now personally, what does it represent to you? Hi, Emeka, how are you?
To me personally, freelancer creates jobs, majorly targeting the African continent, the African talent.
So jobs stroke, let me call it jobs, opportunity.
Job opportunities, yes.
Opportunity, okay.
Yeah, building confidence.
Okay, building confidence.
Of young African talent and making people outside Africa see the riches and the worth of African youth.
Unlocking potential. I would say potential.
Yeah, exactly, potential.
And changing the
orientation or orientation of people about Africa.
Perception.
About African youth, yeah.
About Africa, especially the youth, the youth. Okay.
Yeah, another thing that I think will be very good that is going to change is the mindset of people with the aspect of the community days that we are bringing in, right?
Okay.
People's mindset are going to change. It's not just you want to earn. You must be able to also be responsible for your community. You want to give back to the community. So I think those are my contributions.
So changing mindsets on
yes
on how will I put it, on okay, changing mindsets by, I'll just put rising by lifting others here.
Yeah, exactly, that's fine.
Rising by lifting others.
Yeah.
Okay. Queen, I mean, I just need throw more ideas.
Okay.
What does it represent to you? What has it done for you? What has the platform done for you? What do you see it doing for you?
Well, Freelancer has kind of like leveled the playing field between my skills and opportunities. Okay. So yes, I'm not having to struggle to look for an opportunity because Freelancer has made that easier for me. Okay. And it has helped me to maximize my skills. Okay. Sometimes those skills that you don't know you had before, like it brushes up your skills and helps you discover yourself. Okay. It has taught me teamwork. Okay. Yeah, and it has I've already talked about the connection, that's living on the same field. There's something I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to put it. Somehow it has a, I don't know, unlike other platforms, there's this personal touch that freelancers would give. It has a more intimate relationship with freelancers. I don't know, that sounds very, it sounds very, it has a more intimate relationship because it cares about what you still have to give to the community. Okay, and what you gain.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, it's like a mutual relationship with
yeah,
the freelance.
Mm.
Yes.
so it's
I
not
think
just about making money. That's what she
it's
was
not just
saying.
about money. They care
Yeah,
for the like beyond using the platform, they care for what you have to still give back to the community and how your future would look by building a community of your own.
Mm.
I see freelancer as something that is not just come and get money kind of
no.
um,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
um, platform, but it is concerned about the future. Like it's not even a now platform. It's a progressive and building platform. It means you can come into freelance and you can grow in
Exactly.
freelancer.
It opens opportunity for you to develop.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a different case when you have the skills. It's a different case when you've not used the skills to achieve something. But you have the
Yes.
skills now. Freelancer is providing that platform for you to be able to turn your value into products.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was looking for. It helps you to recognize your value. Before I came to organic
Exactly.
concepts, I had skills that I didn't even know what to use them for, but I can see that exactly.
You are very correct.
Yes, since I got into alternate concept, that has changed for me like a miracle. I can remember the person I was when I first had my interview, and I am seeing the person that I am now.
Mm.
You see, what Queen just said now, right?
Mm.
Like the way alternate concept sees my value is different from the way Nigerians see, and I'm looking myself differently now.
Mm.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I'm looking my so I don't even care about what they are saying again. I know what I want now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Exactly.
Stick to your
Yeah.
Okay.
values, capacity, teach you ethics, all those things.
Mm.
I think building self-worth
Mm.
And there's something I'll
can capture that building self-worth.
there's something I'll mention as kind of like a byway. That
Mm.
program that I went for now, the reason why that program is very, despite all, I know they have lapses, but they are very, very important because when you enter that program, you don't just go there and you start defending business. They teach you almost every strategy in business during the competition.
Mm.
So you cannot leave that competition the same way you entered.
Mm.
So you begin to see your life. The only boot camp that I spent 3 days, my eyes
Yeah,
open.
exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's what freelance, and then freelancer own is now more intimate. It's like they are following you up, but they are not in your house.
Yeah.
But there is a follow up.
Yeah.
There's this consciousness that you're working with someone. It doesn't feel like you're working with a company. It feels like you're working with someone directly.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. So it has that intimate feeling and also keeps you on your toes because of that.
Mm. Mm.
And I must also add that I mean the way you personally now, Mobu, the way you have changed the mindset of people, right? I'm sure we are going to achieve much more than that by the time
Yes.
these particular platforms kickstart. I mean, when people start seeing, they start participating in community day. I mean, Africans now,
Mm.
their mindset will change. It will be so massive. It's not. It won't be just I need something in your account at all.
Mm.
At all. It will have ripple effects on family, on the society.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know John Obidi and the rest. Like from freelancer, we can have our own John Obidis then. People that would
Okay.
out like in freelance and they have communities as large as 10,000 and above.
Mm.
Yes, so that's how I'm seeing it.
Mm.
And they'll be growing these people and they themselves are also still growing in the process.
Mm.
So that's the thing. Now, let me just say something. Just last week, I was thinking I'm going to start a free Zoom Photoshop training from the scratch. I mean, just for free.
Mm.
And the idea, all this came to me just because of this association,
Mm.
I've changed the way I see things, the
Mm.
way I perceive things,
Mm.
and I'm working towards that. It's going to commence soon.
Mm.
Just probably weekend, 4 hours, 2 hours, start from the basics.
And that can be your community there now.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. So it's going to have a reprefect, like I said.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think Chukwemeka is saying something on the chat.
Yeah, Emeka, just feel free to talk. So we're talking about how you believe like Frolancers has impacted you as like a person so far.
That's something about diversity in business.
Yeah, but I don't. What does that mean?
I think maybe he's trying to talk about the fact that you have different expressions based on skills, not actually in business.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Let me write that down.
Maybe his network is bad. I don't know.
Okay.
So
Well,
this little thing that we just said now, that is not even up to one page. We've said a lot. Though.
I know you. I know a lot has been said already.
Yeah.
A lot has been said already, but in terms of how will I put it, to someone now who has not, because I remember with with a few of you, I had to convince you.
Yeah, that's true.
I had to convince you to be a part of this. So, what would
and I will tell you what convinced me after you finish asking your question.
Okay. What convinced what convinced you?
Okay.
And what convinced you? And Queen, also, I remember you mentioning at some point that even if you got a bigger opportunity somewhere else, that you still be a part of what we're doing. So what gives you that conviction? What convinced you, and what gives you your conviction? What would convince someone else to be part of what we're doing?
Okay, for me, I think myself and we and you, we had like I think 2 or 3 meetings. I was convinced in the 3rd meeting when you made mention of I will just add you to alternate concept team then, since you can do this, you can do this. So when I add alternate concept team, be like, okay, because before then my mindset was okay, maybe it's just for me to edit video for you now. You send video and I send your edited video back to you. But when I add that team, and you now made mention of something that okay, there is opportunity for growth. Those 2 things convinced me. So when I entered, and I saw the worth and the value you placed on the people working with you. Oh my God. I mean that was it for me. That was it for me.
So okay, but okay, so the teamwork and working in a team. Okay, so working in a team, that was one of the things that
convinced me. Yes.
Working in a team was one of the things that brought you in.
Yes.
And then the fact that you now came in and then you recognize that we place value,
yes, on people and their development.
Okay, placing value on people
and their development. You are not just after I want my work. That's not what you're after. You're after, see, I want to make you a better person too, even while you work. So even tomorrow, even when you are not working for me again, you are still that better person. That's what I see. Yeah.
Awesome. Placing value on people and their development. Okay. Quinn, what convinced you?
Okay. My kind of person, I connect to people more on an emotional level than, than just someone talking to me trying to convince me. And it has to be true. Like I have to see that this is genuinely where this person's heart is. So for me, what really convinced me was that I saw where your heart was in
Okay.
terms of the person. I knew you were not chasing, you were genuinely invested in making sure that everybody was growing
Hmm.
and not taking opportunities for granted.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's pleasant, but it is very necessary. So I knew that if I had to grow, I need to continue being in this environment that pushes me, no matter what level I am in my life. Because whenever you talk, it's like when we hit one milestone, you already have another bigger milestone for us to hit. So there's a constant improvement. So maybe if you want to write any, like take any point, I think it's personalized messages for me. For us, it's during our meeting, those short times where you say, I believe in you guys. People want to feel that someone believes in them. They want to feel like they're valued. They want to feel like they're those short times that you just spend after the meeting and you're saying, I believe in you guys. I see where we are going. Sometimes, even if it's not for anything, even the laws of this earth and heaven would agree with what you have said concerning us and concerning the project. So you always speak positively about this. And I've seen that this project is not for me. Aside, I don't know how you will be able to communicate that with people. It's not just a project. For me, it looks like an assignment.
You feel like you're on a mission.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, correct. I love that word.
Yeah, it feels like there's somewhere we are going and that there are tons of other people at the other side. That if we don't get there, somehow those people will never get somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. So those personalized messages, and then I think one of the selling points of organic concept is the motivation, making ordinary people feel extraordinary.
Yeah.
Making ordinary people feel useful. First thing I started with writing articles. I wasn't even good at it, but even the way you even talk to me about the article, and I would say, okay, I can do this. I was struggling, but I was trying. And then you also were still able, I didn't even tell you that I was struggling with the article. I think you just noticed, and then you pushed me towards my strength. And you pushed me towards my strength. So for me, those were just the highlights for me. I remember one day I just told Mr. Juanita, see, I'm not leaving alternate concepts. I just told her. And for me, alternate concept was like a prayer for me. It's like that period that you messaged me and asked me for my what they call it, for my resume. I remember that I was just praying randomly all the time, like God please help me. I was just looking for like God give me an opportunity that can change my life. And then the only thing I got that period was Queen, improve your resume. And I worked on the resume. I don't know what was happening. I first of all assumed that maybe I should be sending it to people. But nobody was responding until one night you just sent me only one message. Can you send your resume? It was just one, it was not 2 lines, just one. That was the only thing that I got. And for me, since then I just carried it in my head and ran with it. At point in the project, I don't know, this is not for outside people, so I don't know if it's not possible, but at each point in the project, I keep seeing that this is not just us, God is involved in.
Yeah.
I keep saying that God is actively, I pray for alternate concept whenever I play. Because I know that the alternate concept is equal to my own growth and equal to my life changes. You know, because God's hand is already involved. So for me, those motivational, I think all those times where if I could just record those parts where you talk to us and just we'll just be stories of them. When you're feeling demotivated, you just go and play and remind yourself of where you are going. For me, those were just those things. It was an aggregate of little things. And I feel like even when we start Frolancers, those little things too consistently will matter. So yeah. Yeah, so that's it for me.
Okay. Any other thing? Emeka, I would have loved to hear from you, but I'm not sure why your thing is not working.
I think the way it is very noisy.
Okay. So, I mean, how about in terms of you being in Africa and and then you're now working for organizations, not just in Africa, but you're working for organizations all over the world. How does that make you feel? Like,
I feel that's the average African man's dream. That's one of the first things that we dream about. You know, feeling like you can reach any part of the world just in your house. Especially for those of us that we've never been social media influencers and all of that. Having the opportunity is a lot. Is a lot. Just like telling us, oh, you don't have to have 30,000 followers to reach the world.
And then, how about the fact that when you now start speaking to people, I mean, I will address this to you. How about the fact that when you start speaking to people or you start working with people, you observe that you actually have something to give to them. It's not just them giving to you. It's like you have value to add to them, you know, more or less like you are an equal. How do you get that feeling of equality or even, you know?
In fact, more. I realized that I've stopped. I on myself. I've stopped part into products. That's what I realized. You know. So when I started working, I realized that, hey, all these things, you know, even these people that they claim they are that, they don't really, they are not really aware of all these things. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
They are not really aware of all these things. So I feel wanted. I feel wanted. Unlike before, that I just felt okay, let's just keep. But now I've seen my product, so I know what I can also achieve more. So I feel wanted. That's how I feel.
And then if I okay. How when you got your first check, right?
Okay.
Not necessarily when you got your first client money.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Well, I felt I was excited. I was so excited. That was actually the first job I would do remotely that would fetch me, you know, something of such. I've made such before. Probably if I take my own personal job, maybe I took wedding.
Yeah.
An event, but it wasn't the case
Mm.
for this particular one.
I can't hear you. I think your network is breaking.
Sitting in the comfort of my room,
Okay.
just using what I've stored on myself, what I know. I saw myself as a and it really made me feel so great.
Mm.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
The computer system at the comfort of my room. It was a very, very nice feeling. Yeah, it was a very nice feeling. Making more. I mean that first check was more than what I make per month on the 9 to 5 that I do. Do you understand? So less stress, more money. It just made me realize that all my experiences, all the things all the knowledge I've gathered, I can actually, so that's one of the things we don't really in Africa. We don't let them know what they want. We just want to leaders just want to probably use them. You want them to be mediocre. You just want to put them in that stage of mediocrity that okay, you are not good enough, something. But this made me, really feel that I'm good enough. What I have is needed. That I can actually provide a lot of solutions that will benefit people. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Queen, how about you? When you got your first client pay?
Well, I first of all danced for a while. Because I was like, usually in African culture, everybody is waiting to be done with school, get a nice job. Usually, they just want a job that will just put food on the table, not even help them grow. And everybody's very. But the fact that it was just skills that I sat down in my house and learned from YouTube. And all of a sudden now I have a job, and then now I have my first external client, and that was my first tweet. I was excited. It was a dream come true. I was so happy. I remember I called my sister. I was like, hey, see what just happened though. She was calling me international girl. I was like, yes.
That's so.
Fantastic.
I think for me, it was a highlight, and it just gives you this. It just makes you know even much better that in this life, nothing is impossible. It's just when you meet the right people, you begin to see when God meets the right people, you begin to see impossible things become possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was.
Wow. How about this? Because a lot of sometimes when Africans are working remotely, right? Or we know the people that majority of the time they say, oh, these are the people that work on the internet,
Yeah.
aka aka fraud boys, aka 419ers in the context of Nigeria. What would you say is what would you say to someone who is channeling their effort to the wrong place? What would you say to someone like that, basically, that is currently channeling their effort to doing the wrong stuff? But what opportunity do you think that Frolancers actually avails that person?
Okay. Okay. Queen, do you want to go? I should go.
Okay, this one I called me. Let me go.
Okay.
Okay, for me, I would say the besides the fact that whatever they are doing in life is first of all a choice, they can also make a better choice. I won't advise anybody like that okay, you're already doing this, dump it and come and be a freelancer. But I will tell them that there's a better way for them to maximize and have more value from life. That since they're already working like basically online, which is virtually, they can just try learning some skills on freelancer, which will still be giving them legitimate money, which will be and you use the word legitimate at that point so that they get what you're trying to say. Because you can't even tell them, oh, just leave this thing, because some of them are toiling, as they call it, is not yet cashed out. So I think it's the process of getting them involved that now starts the transformation process. When they begin to engage with communities and their circle begins to change little by little, they begin to lose taste for what other things they were already doing before then. They begin to appreciate the value of having a legitimate handwork, better than, trying sleepless nights only for you to be waiting for one big break from one person that you're going to have to deceive to get. So, and then it's a long-term thing. We can assure you that if you're growing on this platform, your children can even benefit from this. So that's the approach I will go. I'll just try to come from a friendship approach, like as friends, we are guys, like I'll just yarn you the thing. You need a legitimate, hustle. And I'm not telling you to suit up because it's hard for them to suit up. I'm not telling you to suit up and go and look for a job. I'm just telling you that me, myself, I'm in this, freelancer thing. I can put you up in my community. I can teach you one or two. You'll be getting clients, you'll be earning. It's not that like it will come in bulk, like you get from all other things, but you will earn like, responsible cash.
Yeah.
It's also fun because you have community, team members and everything, and that's just the best way. And you have to, all those kind of people, you have to carry them along, even on a more personal note, to achieve what you want to do,
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Awesome.
Okay, so if I would respond to that, I would say you can only build, you can only get money for the now from such. You can't build a network, and you can't get wealth from such. The opportunity afforded by Frolancers, even the network alone, the followers you are going to get, that's like you are investing in your future. Those are the people, that are going to pay you later. With their references, they will refer to you that say, who taught you this, who did this for you, the clients that you are working for, you're actually building wealth gradually. So the scam, anybody does online is just once and for all. Nothing is going to happen. Your future is not, you are not building your future. You are just building the now, the present. Okay. So Freelancer will allow you to build your future, to build a network, and to build wealth.
Wow. Investing in my future by building
a network.
Yeah.
There's one thing one of my mentors used to say. She said that there are different when people pray for gifts. When God you're praying for a blessing, sorry, there are different kinds of blessings. And one of the biggest, besides salvation, is the gift of men, people in our lives. You can never underestimate the gift of man, because whenever God wants to bless you, whenever something great is going to happen in your life, whenever you're going to build yourself to be globally, influential and accepted, you need people. You need people. So we are not just even building a community. For some of us, we are going to build legacies. That people will say, this
correct.
to do this, and somebody wants to be beating that record. Some of us will build legacies. Some of us will build empires through this.
Yeah.
You know,
So even right now, you already feel like you could actually build a legacy and build an empire through this.
Yes.
Even right now, even before we've actually launched officially.
Yes.
yes.
You know, some of us we're already experiencing the you know, how am I going to put it? We've experienced the work, and we've experienced the pay. We've also experienced the value, you know, that people, the value that people have towards the work and towards the person that is doing the work. You know, so by the time you work for like 10 persons, do you understand? It keeps increasing. It keeps increasing. So that's a legacy already.
Wow.
I'm saying it's not the vision that sells itself. It's the person that carries the vision that sells itself. That's why God puts some certain visions in the hearts of some certain people that He has pruned over time. Because He knows that when people look at you, they understand the vision better.
Wow.
You know, so for us, me, I told my sister one day that I'm no longer investing my time in things that are just going to benefit me for the now. I want to invest I want to invest future, destiny, something that, as in, if I'm talking to my kids, I feel there's a level freelancer will get to, and even kids will be selling their skills on freelancer.
Yeah, because our target audience starts from 16.
Yeah.
Because that's by 16. I mean, obviously, I was fortunate enough to grow up here in the West, but like we started working at 16. I started working at 16, and there's something it does to you when even at that age, like, you do not need to go to your parents to ask for, at least, let's say, money to buy biscuits. Let's even put it that way, money to buy biscuit. Because you notice that in Africa, you have even 30-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds still relying on their parents. And it's almost like even like the older generation enjoy that dependency on them. You know, that's something I've noticed. And I think that this would unlock that opportunity for young people.
Yeah, and I feel like, for me, freelancer is also an economic plan for Africa. Why?
Yeah,
Because if, for example, now an average 16-year-old is not thinking about what they have to eat, what they have to wear, most of those things are provided for, which means that basic expenses are already cut down. When a teenager is on freelance and you're able to earn, you give them even a higher chance of building wealth than someone that is starting at 25.
Yeah.
They can begin to save. Freelancer can give them opportunities to even save, to buy stocks, do investments, to start building them in all those things. It means that by the time they're 20-something on freelancer, man, is the way this IM Academy is. They've brought up people to the point that you see people, millionaires will come up to be teaching you know, about forex trading and all of that. But not everybody wants to do forex trading. Some people just want to do graphic design. Some people just want to improve their skills and get money out of it. So what is the platform for these people? That's it.
Because like what you just said now, you know, I see all this forex trading, crypto trading people and all those kind of things. And that one involves risk. You have to risk your capital, first of all.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to risk your capital. And you can lose everything. you can lose everything and be in a worse position.
This IM Academy, there's a level you get to where you earn $2,000 monthly. The highest level is about $12,000, $20,000 monthly. And they're also building it on community. Because everybody, before you become a chairman, a chairwoman, 1.0, this and that and that, there are people that are under you making money and growing too. So everybody has to be making money and everybody has to be growing for you to get to the I know of a girl. She's about 20 something. She started 2020. She's a chairwoman now. She's earning about $12,000 every month.
Interesting.
So I just feel almost all these every platform is building on community. Just that most of them are doing it at the expense of the community. At the expense of the people in the community. So that's just a big difference.
Mobo.
Yeah.
I think you missed out. It reduces dependency on family, government. Or is it there?
No, I didn't put it.
Okay.
Dependency on family and government. Wow.
Then I sent the the video for the week. What's good in Africa? So probably you should just check before.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, we've said a lot though.
Yes. So.
And the thing that Frolancers is doing is, unlike, I know Upwork and the rest, they're already big and all of that, but Freelancer is not just Freelancer. Freelancer is answering to the basic needs of the African youth. The basic, like what we basically need right now. Freelancer is giving us that opportunity.
Wow. I feel like I'm carrying a lot more responsibility just by hearing you guys.
I think you do. I think you do actually, but you've been trained to know how to undo it and to know how to carry it well. Yeah.
Yes, and we are praying for you too. So
exactly.
It's very, it's very, very necessary.
Yeah.
It's very necessary. It's very necessary. Interesting. I think for me it's eye-opening as well. To hear the way you guys actually see this platform. It's really eye-opening. Okay. Awesome. I would yeah. It is, yeah, awesome. I can't yeah. Wow. Last thing I'll ask is why do you think that the African youth deserves this opportunity? So this is now, for example, to the client, right? Why does the African youth deserve this opportunity?
Okay, so for a long time, Africa has been underestimated in all ramifications. You know, being from the
we lost you briefly, Aya.
The people, Africa has been. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I said Africa has been underestimated in all ramifications. Education products, the African youth, people just think they are people to just wave aside. I think it started from the colonial days, and even up to now, some of the foreign countries still see Africa, the way they perceived Africa then, that they can just enter and conquer them anyhow, like when you were saying something the other time, you said how do I see myself? Even, do I see myself as equals? So the thing is, even Africans, when they travel out, they don't really believe that there are things at home. Do you understand? The way they even talk to you, like, are you sure you have done this before? Are you sure you are the one that, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So the whole thing started from the colonial days.
Okay.
You get. So when they move abroad too, the thing rubs off on them too. They catch those things and they see Africa as if Africa, there's nothing is not worth anything. Everything about Africa is just can be undermined. And this is what Frolancer is looking to change, especially in the aspect of the youth, especially in the aspect of value, in the aspect of skills, the skill set, the solutions that can actually come, from Africans rather. So it's a very good thing, and I think this thing is bigger than what we are actually looking at.
Queen, what's your perspective on that?
Okay, I think African youth have earned it. They've shown that, or they've proven themselves in terms of tenacity. African youth are diehard, like they just keep pushing with unfavorable conditions, no light, everything that is going on in our society, and yet you can see how hopeful our youth are still like holding on. They are being hopeful. So for me, I feel like leveling the playing field for these African youth will give them an opportunity to do more than they've ever had to do. They can be at their best with this kind of opportunity. Because we're all used to hard life, to the point that even when something is so easy, we think there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's not even as if that particular thing is even easy. We are still working for it, but we just feel like this work is not very difficult, it's not hard, like blood is not coming out of my body.
Okay.
So you're like, how is it? I feel that narrative should change for us. So that mindset should change, because I think that's also the mindset that kept a lot of youth where they are now. They don't know, but they are where they are now because they are waiting for the next tough opportunity, because that's the one that looks good to them. So when something is comes their way, they pass it because na scam, it's too easy. That's why African youth are not engaging in grants. They're not trying to do any of those things. Go work, but it's working every day for people.
Wow.
It's our mindset. This kind of platform will change that mindset for us. A lot of mindsets, from money mindset, it will help us with our money mindset too. We are like now, they understand the percentage thing. They can probably apply to their own personal finance. So for me, it goes a long way, and it actually now shows us that despite what happened in early SARS, and we knew that African youth can come together and make a drastic difference. This is also an opportunity that is still showing us again that with or without the government, we can change our lives. We are not doomed to be where we have always been. So I think the African youth have not had it easy. So they deserve an opportunity. And I know when something good comes like this, they are going to hold on to it very tight, and they will run with it. And they will run with it. And African people is, as long as they know that they are not being exploited. Because it's the emotional relationship we've had with our system. Everybody is always feeling it. That's why you see the average person in Africa is always worried. That man, they cheat me. His own is 120 naira. That man is 110 naira. That man is a cheat. Because that's the mindset that we've grown with.
Yeah.
Everything has to do with exploitation, one way or the other. So finding a platform that they can trust is very important for them.
Wow.
For all of us.
Wow. So how okay. I mean, you're aware that we take a percentage. So
Yes.
how does that you just talked about the exploitative nature that the average African believes that they are being exploited. What do you think? What is different between the commission Freelancer takes and the commission or whatever? Or why do you feel it's not exploitative? That's the question.
Because it's just like when you have an influencer. Influencers on Instagram now. You want to run an advert, you want to do anything, they take money from it. Why don't we tell them that they should do it for free and stand on our ground? Because they're actually working to be where they are. So for freelancers to be able to carry the number of freelancers that are going to be on the application, freelancer will need percentages. And it also helps them to work better. It's actually basic business ethics. I don't think anybody has a problem with sites collecting their percentages. WordPress, from the beginning of time, they've always been collecting percentage. So I just feel like because Freelancer is going in depth to the men or people in Africa, those things will need to be communicated a lot more explicitly than they usually will be talked about to carry them along. Because the average person complains about bank charges, and most of the time, bank charges are as regards is directly connected to the economic system. So anything that's happening in the economy affects bank charges, but they don't understand that. But I feel like if banks had taken their time to explain bank charges properly, people would understand better. So for me, I just feel everything is just from a place of understanding. That's why even when people enter relationships, I think we should just see it like a relationship. When people enter a relationship, you want the other person to be very honest and open with you, open and transparent. Tell you this is exactly how it is. And as long as, and if anything has to be changed in the system, it is properly communicated to everyone why and how. It will make everybody feel like they are really part of this thing. They begin to feel like I'm part of a bigger thing. This thing is bigger than me. You understand? And they understand better and they cooperate. So I don't see any problem with the percentage, but there will have to be a communication because it's not everybody that will be on the platform. Not all of them would have gone to school, but some of them will have skills that they can.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Yeah. Okay. So the way I see it, right? Freelancer is putting our credibility on the line to say, see, this particular set of people, I trust them. This particular set of people, they can do whatever they say they can do. So for that alone, right, to sell credibility is far much more expensive than that commission. I won't lie to you. So the thing about principle of life is that you need people. People need people. Nobody. You are for a door to be open to you. For instance, now like Moby used to say, okay, we have access to probably governor of Abia State, Abia State government and all this. Somebody made the connection. Somebody has, invested his or her credibility, for that door to be open. So that's the same thing Freelancer is doing. It's just for the platform. The platform did not come, just like that. You have money is part of what you are using to build it, right? You are buying domain, you are doing this, you are doing that. So all those things, it's only the person that can see the bigger dream, the bigger picture of what you are doing. And I'm sure majority of them, they are going to see it. Exactly. So that's just it.
And Okay, how has it felt almost to be part of our building process in terms of you've seen you've had the meeting when how does it feel to be part of the build? How does it feel to be part of the
honestly, I was so when I joined and I saw Figma, all these things, I was so excited. I was so excited. I've had stories of companies developing. The Flutter Wave of today, they started somewhere. I watched the interview of one of them, and they started just one room and see what the company is today. It's not even about the investment people have made. It's not even about the money. Like Queen said, it's about the legacy. No, come 100 years, come 100 years. If Jesus tarries, the legacy of Flutter Wave. I'm just using Flutter Wave as an example. Can never. Do you understand? So that's just the thing. So being part of the team now that is trying to develop is like a dream come true to me. For me, it's like a dream come true for me, and I really like the experience so far. And I also want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank. I mean, some people, for instance, now other people, they may not really give room for people like us who are not really developers to be part of the development, to be part of the building and all those things. But you made it a very open one. You welcome ideas from everyone. What do you have to say? What are your inputs? And can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
And another thing is that you don't do, I have the final say. I will give you a typical example. Before we agreed on our logo, we have already decided, I see, whenever we are talking about that former name, that alternate concept, I will keep saying that, see, this particular name, me personally, me, I'm not going with. And I love that you look back, you just look back and you reconsidered, you threw it upon again and felt like, okay, guys, what do you guys think again? Let's look at this thing again. It's a very good thing and a lesson that I've learned personally.
Good leadership.
Awesome. And I mean, okay, last thing, like the fact that we are actually able to share a meal, is that, how did that feel? And is that a culture we should keep? Is that something we should keep going forward? Maybe like once a year, have a conference, invite our Frolancers, and yeah, those kind of things.
There is nothing Nigerians love as the Africans love more than a good event that brings everybody together. They would look forward to it. It just keeps them alive. Because if it's just every time we're always on freelancer, there is no avenue for you to remind them, to keep that fire burning. Because people forget.
Yeah.
Things will happen in different people's lives that will distract them. But having meetings like that reminds them of why they even started in the first place. Why did you start in the first place?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a tradition that needs to be kept.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. So I think Queen is still speaking. Hello.
No, she stopped. Continue.
Okay. So one thing that did for me, it builds trust. It builds trust. I was able to trust the platform. I was able to trust alternate concepts. Seeing all the people I've been, relating with, on WhatsApp, seeing sisters, Queen was around, Izu, yourself, Mrs. Joy, it builds trust inside me. Like, oh, these people, I actually have a team I'm working with. It builds trust. And also, it makes me connect more, with the team. I connected more with the team. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think I think it's been very, very eye-opening for me. Would you mind if I share this? I mean, we started. I just wanted to get, the what's it called? I just wanted to initially. I just
And
wanted to get ideas for the
we
script.
have turned it to interviews.
No,
It's actually a nice one. It's a very
been
nice
very,
one.
very,
Yeah.
very, 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 very helpful for me. It's
Yeah.
been very, very eye-opening. And yeah, I mean, I keep saying to most people that my primary, or my own how will I put it, my own baby, that I put out there, or that I'm working on. My own bigger picture is Africa Express, right? What I'm building with Africa Express.
Yeah.
I think that would literally change Africa, right?
Sure, it's
But working, because I was building Africa Express, I also wanted Africans to be the ones that built Africa Express, if I put it that way. So that was actually how I started, reaching out to get more. I've always been like this, like my book covers, anything I was doing, I always wanted it to be done with an African. Even when I went on Fiverr in the past, I'll go and look for an African to work with. All those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I just saw that it was getting more and more incredibly difficult to get, people who I could vouch for, like people were good. And yeah, before, and then I built this platform. So it's been incredibly eye-opening, speaking with you guys. Like I really believe we're building the future, and yeah, this is just the beginning. So would am I allowed to share this call? Is that possible?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. No problem now. It's a very good one. No problem.
All right, my brothers. All right. Thank you.
Thank you too.